Yo, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, AMS?
What's up, bro?
I just wanted to first thank you for doing this live stream and all the knowledge. You definitely gave me a mindset shift, especially when it came to principles over results, right? Which is what I feel like a lot of guys still don't understand. And
Hmm.
I just had one or two quick questions. So for me in my city, we've pretty much been in quarantine for almost a year in a row now, which is crazy. So since March of last year, everything's been shut down. We opened up for like 2 months in the summer, but that was it, right?
Hmm.
And for me, I didn't go to university because I started my own business,
Hmm.
and luckily, just from a purely financial point of view, I'm better off than most 23-year-olds. But it's still not where I want it to be because I'm still living with my parents, right?
Hmm.
And things like that. So for me, I decided during quarantine, I said, fuck it, let me just focus on my purpose, now woman. But eventually, I started kind of missing the female companionship, so I
Hmm.
went on these dating apps and stuff, and
Hmm.
the results were frustrating, right? Because you know how it
Hmm.
is. If you're not 6 feet, you don't have abs, too much
Hmm.
competition. So I said, fuck it, shut it down, back on my purpose. But it's like a cycle that kind of keeps repeating, right? So now I'm like, damn, should I just keep focusing on my purpose until this whole thing is over, or should I, do both at the same time? And what do I do? Because everywhere's closed. Literally everywhere's been closed for like a year. And also, like, is it even worth it? Because like you said, if she's like below an 8, you shouldn't even waste your time. And that's what I'm
Right,
trying to go for. But those girls have so many options that it gets confusing sometimes.
right. So wait, hold on. Right there, what you just said was the key point. They got so many options. So what we trying to do? What's our
Get on the
goal?
grind, become high
We trying
value.
to be the best of those options. So this is what I want to know. What is your purpose?
So for me, my purpose. So right now, I basically started a marketing agency in the renewables industry. So
Mhm.
working with a couple clients, but
Mhm.
honestly, it's not my. I wouldn't say it's my purpose because my purpose it's in the creative industry, like script writing for films and video games. But everyone in that industry just happens to be broke and living with 8 roommates until they're like 40, right? So I
Right, right.
said I'm gonna do this to support my lifestyle while I figure that out.
Okay. Okay. That sounds like a good plan. All right. So and y'all on complete quarantine that nothing.
Yeah, pretty much, absolutely nothing. Like you
un-
can't even be more than 3 to 4 people in a home.
Wow, that's rough, man. This is just one of those times, man, where it just because we had that in Georgia for about 3 days, and then they said, "Okay, open this motherfucker back up," right? But in those 3 days, it was longer than that. But in those 3 days, I was goddamn like getting like what they call a cabin fever or some shit. Like, so for y'all guys who've been doing this, I have no fucking idea how y'all do. I guess I would have got used to it eventually, but the only thing I can say, because this are extremes times. This ain't no normal times. Like this will never happen again in your lifetime the way you can't even get out and socialize, right?
Hmm.
So the thing what I want to say for all my brothers in these countries that are just like completely locked down is it any kind of way? Well, I guess not, right? I guess not. Only thing I can say in that situation, man, is this is the only thing you can do because it's the only thing you can control is I would just be trying to grind on that. That's the only advice I can give you. Because me myself, when we was going through it right here in Georgia, I was like lose my goddamn mind. So and I had two girls that was already in my rotation, but just being in the house like that is just. I will say this though, right? I will say this as far as this. Now y'all guys see why I say never get rid of reliable booty. I'm glad you brought this up because this is what I'm talking about. I used to do that so much back in the day. How many of you guys right now in one of these quarantine ass countries and you got rid of some reliable ass booty, right? Because maybe you got tired of hitting it. I ain't talking about no girl who was acting up. Hell yeah, get rid of that motherfucker. I'm talking about the girl who was cooperating, but maybe you was fucking her for 6 months or a year, and you just like, well, we done had our time and fun. That's time to move on. This is why I tell you guys, never ever get rid of reliant, submissive booty. A lot of you guys are watching the screen right now. I bet you got rid of some girl before this quarantine that you probably have been dealing with for a while, and you just got tired of fucking her and you cut her loose. So y'all guys gotta take from this quarantine what I mean. You always want to have some reliant. Why do y'all guys think some celebrities, not all, some celebrities get married? And y'all guys know I don't get married, but I'm just talking about why they do it. They want that, companionship from a reliant woman. So they go and get them a wife. They still gonna have their orgies on the side. They want that one steady girl at home. Now, what I tell you guys is you can still have that one steady girl without making a commitment. But you got to look at like keeping reliable booty, like having a savings. You know how we have an emergency fund? This is emergency booty. And what ends up happening is when you guys deal with a woman for a little while, let's say she was an 8.5 when y'all first started dating. Now you done banged her a few times, banged her for a few months. Now she looks like a 7, but she's not a 7. She's an 8.5. It's just that the longer you fuck a woman, the less desirable she looks. And so eventually she starts to look like a 6 to you if you fuck her long enough. And what I'm telling you guys is, regardless of what she looks like now, because you've been fucking her for a year, you never get rid of that. So I didn't have to go through a quarantine to figure this out. I learned this from going through a couple of droughts in my life. And the bad thing is, you know what you do when you go through these bad droughts? You go back and you try to call these bitches that you done got rid of and shit, that you ghosted, and you trying to text them like, hey, what's up? No. I'm going to tell y'all guys the funniest thing about women, right? They could be absolutely heads over heels in love with you, but if you break up with them or ghost them and try to come back around in 3 months, they know what your ass is calling for. They know you going through a booty shortage. They know, man. Women know. Oh, he can't get no ass. Women know this. They know you are going through a drought. And so they would never, ever, a woman you broke up with, for whatever reason, if you hit her up in 4 months or whatever, because you're going through a little pussy drop. Am I lying, guys? Am I lying? Women understand this son of a bitch going through a drought so bad that he had to swallow his pride and call me back hoping I'm going to get him some ass. He ain't getting no goddamn ass. That's why I tell you, the worst case scenario, just see her once a week. If you tired of fucking her that bad, just see her once a week. Just say, hey man, my schedule, man, I'm telling you, it'll make your life so much more better. So let this be a learning experience for all my guys out there. I went through droughts without a quarantine. It just sometimes you on and sometimes you not. I don't know. So it's like you could be fucking 10 bitches at one time, or you could have one situation where you ain't fucking none. That's how it is with women. You just go through these little 3-4 month droughts. Then when you break the drought, it's like now you tired of fucking. Now I got 10 bitches, and now that's how it is with women. So always keep you some reliable booty, guys.
Yeah, man, and I'm glad you said that because that's actually something I did, but I'm not sure if I would consider it a mistake because, principles over results. I'm not calling those 7s back, No,
I'm talking about if you cut a woman loose because she wasn't cooperating, then yes, get rid of her. But some of you guys don't even have that. Some of you guys have women that are cooperating. You just tired of fucking her, right? And you cut her loose. And what I'm telling you is, don't do that. I've done that. Don't do that. You're going to put yourself in a situation where one day you could have used that little booty. I'm telling you. And when you ain't getting no ass, that girl that you were thinking was a 7, that 7 started looking mighty fine. A 7 will look mighty fine right now in your bedroom with them headphones on while you hitting them from the back one. Could you imagine right now you had some 7 in the bedroom and she had them big ass headphones you got on right now and you hitting it from the back?
I mean, I could imagine it, yeah, for sure.
Exactly, but now you just gonna sit on that microphone and talk to me and do whisper. All right, so I want y'all guys to understand: do not get rid of reliable booty. Let this be a learning experience for you guys.
Yep. And the second quick question I had, Amos, thank you for that. Second question. So for me, I turned 23 a couple months ago, and I already have enough money saved up to live by my own with all expenses for like about a year. But for me, everything I do, I kind of like to go ham, right? So I don't just want to get like a crappy studio. I want to get like a nice place. But for me to get there, I need like 1 or 2 extra clients per month before I can do that. But do you feel like it would be better, since now that I'm 23, I should just try to move out as soon as possible, regardless of the place and the quality, or should I wait and make the right move?
If it's me, bro, and your income is steady and you think you can pay the rent, I would move out and then I would try to upgrade later. At your age, I don't, if you can't, if you ain't got a job and you got no other choice, then that's one thing. But if you got a choice and you can move out, man, I'm getting the hell out of there. If it's me, it's just the freedom and it's just everything. Like maybe your parents are not that big an issue to you, but most people, when you live with them, they don't want your ass there. And so they try to make your life a living hell. Don't slam them doors around here. They start fucking with you for no reason. They really trying to run your ass out of the goddamn house and shit. So like maybe you ain't dealing with that experience. Maybe you ain't got parents who are being overbearing, trying to get your ass out the house. But most people, man, when they stay with somebody, like they just make your life a living hell. So if it's me, I got to get the hell out of there, man.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. Especially because right now, like for whenever I wanted to see a chick, even before the quarantine, I would just get an Airbnb. But the issue with that is because my parents are super religious, right? So, but one issue with that is you never know who's gonna flake. So I would only do that with girls I was 150% sure they wouldn't flake, but you can only do that for so long,
Right, exactly, bro, exactly. So, and the issue with that is making that type of investment. Even eventually, some point they probably would flake. Right, some probably genuinely can come up, right? Some really, like, contrary to popular belief, guys, shit does come up periodically, right? Somebody can get sick for real, right? And you don't want to be investing in stuff like that, and it's not no guarantee, right? So yeah, you don't want to be doing that. So definitely get out and get your own crib, brother.
Yeah, thank you, AMS. Really appreciate it, bro.
No problem.